Good evening and welcome to the May 20th second half of our emergency meeting here. Tonight we are going to take attendance and then read our mask policy in for the third and final time so that tomorrow the kids can go mask free when they are outside only. Carrie Roach.
Here.
Steve Catalano.
Here.
Mark Conroy.
Here.
Denise Gibbons.
Here.
And Robin Riggs, I am here. And we are also joined by Bob Molina, the superintendent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're gonna read in again for the third time our mask policy. Do we need to make a motion for this? Or no?
Yeah, Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy.
I would make a motion that we do the third reading of the mask policy.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to have the third reading of our mask policy. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 I'm just putting the date on it at the end here for us. So I'm going to share the screen again so people can follow along. And I hear that Ms. Roach has volunteered to read this time. Okay, one sec.
I'll wait for you. Are you going to put it up on the screen?
Yeah, can you guys see it?
So Millis Public Schools policy number 5.11.7, policy for face coverings, updated May 19th, 2021. In accordance with the guidance from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, DESE, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, DPH, and the Millis Board of Health, the following requirements are in place until further notice. A mask or covering that covers the nose and mouth must be worn by all individuals in school buildings and on school transportation. Individuals may be excluded from the requirements per the CDC guidance and the applicable law if the individual is having trouble breathing, is unconscious, is incapacitated, is unable to remove the mask or face covering without assistance. In addition, mask or face coverings will not be required for anyone who has a medical, behavioral, disability, or other challenge, making it unsafe or not possible to wear a face mask or face covering. A written note from a physician or a medical therapeutic specialist specific for rationale required for a requested exemption. I think I read that right. Requests will be reviewed by the school nurse to determine if an exemption will be granted. Parents/guardians may not excuse their child from face covering requirements by signing a waiver. Face mask or face coverings will not be required during mask breaks, while eating or drinking, during outdoor recess, during outdoor physical education, outdoor school sports, and outdoor learning environments. Note, adults must continue to wear masks outdoors if distancing cannot be maintained. At this time, adults and students must continue to wear masks indoors. Social distancing will be encouraged during all of these times. Student masks or face coverings will be provided by the student's family/guardian. The district will supply disposable face mask or face covering should an individual arrive at a building or board school transportation without one. The district will have a face masks available for all school staff and for students whose masks become unusable. Guidance on acceptable face masks/face coverings. The following types of masks, face coverings are acceptable to wear at school, on school grounds, and on school transportation. Blue disposable surgical masks to be replaced daily, not to be washed or reused. Fabric masks, preferably with at least 2 layers of fabric. Face shields along with surgical or fabric masks. The following types of masks/face coverings are not acceptable to wear at school, on school grounds, and on school transportation. Mask with vents, neck gaiters, plastic face shields alone without a fabric or surgical mask. If students are in violation of the policy, the student will be isolated and the building principal or designee will consult with the student and parent/guardian. If that is unsuccessful, the student will be removed from the school building for in-person learning until such time as they can comply with the requirements or the requirement is lifted. Violations of this policy by staff will be handled in the same manner as other violations of school committee policy or expectation. This policy will remain in place until modified or suspended by the school committee. Then there's a legal reference, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, COVID-19 Order 31, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, considerations for wearing masks, Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education reopening guides, Commonwealth of Massachusetts Mask Up MA, and the DESE guidance as of 5/17/21. The source is the MASC August 2020. The first reading was waived on 5/19. The second reading occurred on 5/19/21, and the third reading just occurred on 5/20/21.
Thank you, Ms. Roach. So our mask policy has been revised and it is official now. I just wanted to mention that this is not a mandate. If families still feel uncomfortable with their child not wearing a mask outside, then they don't have to participate in this. It's just an option. So don't feel that it is something that the school is going to force your child to take their mask off if this is something that your family doesn't feel comfortable with. But I would have that conversation with your child about this prior to tomorrow.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roach.
do we have to accept the reading of the policy? Is there one more step that has to happen?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
Yeah, we have to vote.
Okay.
I don't know what the motion is.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy.
I make a motion to approve the third reading of the face covering policy as read.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the face covering policy as read. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries unanimously. The face covering policy has been revised and updated. Again, this is only for outdoors. The masks still must be worn by all people, students and staff inside the building at all times unless eating lunch or unless staff is in a room by themselves.
And on transportation.
And on transportation, yes. Thank you, Mr. Catalano. Anything else to add?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Conroy?
Bob, can we just, I believe that there are some already out there, but if we can make sure that there are trash cans outside of the doors of, and maybe over on the basketball court or approaching the tennis courts. I just anecdotally saw something posted how there seemed to be an increase in masks that are left on the basketball court, tennis courts, playground area, and I can just imagine kids dropping them on their way as they're taking them off when they exit school.
Yes, we can do that.
Excellent. And masks will be available for kids that lose them on the playground or forget them as they enter school or get on the bus.
30 or, yep.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Catalano?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are now adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thank-
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.